Hello and welcome to Elite Geospatial. In today's video, we'll be looking at how to add data to ArcGIS Pro. Just like we know on ArcGIS Desktop, we have to add data in order to be able to use it to work. Same thing on ArcGIS Pro. You'll have to add the data in order to be able to use it in your analysis or use it to do what kind of whatever you want to use it to do. So to add data, first we want to add a vector layer, or vector data or a vector file, whatever it is. So you click on map and then you go through this plus sign, just like you know on ArcGIS Desktop. So once you click on this drop down button, it indicates you want to check there are other data that are under it. So when you look at it, you see you browse as say you're adding data from path, points from table, just like in ArcGIS Desktop, this points from table was on file, but we don't have file here. So everything has been encrypted into this. So we'll start by, if you just click directly here, if you just click directly like this, it's going to open up to take you to where you will locate and bring your data. So we will navigate to our local disk where all my data are. Okay, so go to work and then we'll look for the data. So here I want to bring in data from Taraba State. So I'm looking at the local government data, or basically let's select and bring everything. So we click on the first one and draw it down and then hold the shift and click the last one. Now this will bring everything into this place. Now another thing that you can do with this is that you can either convert this to a layer file and package all the types. You can make into a geodatabase item. You can change it to any of these files. You can also make them into this net CDFE. You can make into a 3D tiles. You can make them into a shape file, depending on whatever you select. All right. Now, if I select, let's say this now, it's going to start looking for what that data is. If I select items, since it's a geodatabase, it's going to pick all of this. But by putting it default, you know that you're just going to have everything, every file at all that relates to GIS. I'm just going to do that again, that selection. I'm going to click on OK. It's taking a bit time to add them one by one, so we'll wait for it to add all of them. Now it has added all of this data, but the water body it added was for the whole country. So if I uncheck this, it will remove the water body because I added that of the country, not that of just Taraba State. All right, and then some of the data are artificially outside. So some of the data are old one, like you see I spell them as the old one. So let's remove some of them. Yes, so we have this as the current data now. All right, so let's remove those ones that we consider old. All right, so this is how you add vector files. Now what if we want to add a raster file? We'll still do the same thing. We click on this and then we look for where we have our raster file. Looking for DEM. I think I should have it somewhere here. DEM. Oh, this is the whole of it. So okay, here is it. So you see that because of this default, every other thing will show. But if I just click on raster, you see that the raster files are going to show, okay. So but leaving that default will allow you to choose whatever you want to choose. So if I just select DEM, I will click on OK and it will be added to. So if I draw it up to be the first, you will see that this is the DEM file of the state. So this is how you can add data. And then once more want to add another data, which is very essential, which you still go back to the file, the map, and then this time around you're going to click on the drop down button and then you click from point from table. So you're going to import, let's say you have an Excel file, all right, so you click on this one, XY table to point. So this geoprocessing will open a tool called X table to point, and then they're asking you for the input table, which you just easily click on this side, and then you locate any point you have, assuming you have any Excel file. So we'll just go back to our work folder, and under the work folder we have survey data. Let's search H, survey data. Yeah, so on this survey data, if I click on either farm or any of this, if I just click on any of these ones I am interested in, let's either this layout or details, let's use details, and then I click on OK. It's going to be added here, but then I didn't really check what and what were on it. So let's look at what we have here. Okay, it has eastern and northern, because you're supposed to, this will be our output name. We're now going to output it as detail. So, or we need to select where to save it. So let me copy this detail survey. Just going to copy the last thing, detail survey data. That's all I want to copy. Yes, so I'm going to click on this. So I want to add it to map of Taraba, which is our folder to which we are putting our work, but no, I want to put it in my default folder where we normally put all our work, so that we don't skip something another day. So I come back to work, and then I'm going to either make it, let me just put it, let's put it here, okay, but it has to be inside a geodatabase. So let's locate the geodatabase to put it in. Okay, we have a geodatabase like this, so I'm going to put it inside here. I'm just going to paste that name I copied before, and I click on OK. Now they're asking for X field. Your X is your eastern, is your longitude, all right? Note that. Then your Y is your northern and is your latitude also. And then your Z, but not necessary to put the Z, all right? You just put the Z for, but at the end of the day, you don't need the Z field. That's why you see they didn't specify anything there. Okay, so now we're on the coordinate system. Now let's first check. We can decide to leave this like this, because if this data is covering the whole Nigeria, then you have to leave it under the WGS 1984. But if the data is just for a particular location, and let's say it's at what projection, then you just use projected coordinate system, then you just put it to that projection. All right, so I'm just going to click on this, and then I'm going to adopt a coordinate system anyway, but I don't really know which coordinate system this data is on. So I'm just going to adopt that of the DEM. All right. Okay, the DEM is actually, okay, yeah, that's the coordinate system of the DEM. But let's adopt that of the state, any of the coordinates of the state. Yes, let's adopt this just for training purpose, educational purpose. All right. Now you can go to environment and you select a coordinate system, which we already did. So we can just select a coordinate system. All right. We don't need to do any other thing here anymore. Or you can check, see your okay, everything's right. So you come back to your parameters and then you click on run. Now once you click on run, the data has been added, all right, but no vertical, and we actually don't need vertical coordinates now. All right, so let's go back and check what has been added and see if we have anything to show forth. Okay, So right click and we'll zoom to layer. All right, so these are the datas. Okay, they're not in the same location anyway. I just assume it to be zone 32, hoping that it's going to be a data of Abuja or something. All right, so these are the data. It's a detail map, detail mapping. All right, so these were the datas and then all of that. So this is how you can add both uh, XY data. That's data you have on table from Excel, from spreadsheet, and then we also add shapefile, feature class. Those are all vector layers, and also finally we add a raster file into our ArcGIS Pro environment. I hope this video helps you to understanding how to migrate from your ArcGIS desktop to ArcGIS Pro, since it is relatively still new, and it's, to some people, it's still brand new, but it's already becoming so popular than like the ArcGIS desktop. So I hope that this helps you to migrate properly, and thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. But meanwhile, don't forget to like, share, comment, and recommend this channel to someone. Bye bye.